Hello, my one viewer. Let me send out a few texts. Hey, Birkin Boy. Yay. Hi, how are you? Let me just send out a quick text. I just hopped on here because, well, I can. And it's midday on a Wednesday. I'm assuming a lot of people are kind of home or getting somewhere. They're either driving somewhere or there or prepping for tomorrow or not. We are not. We are doing nothing. I'm fine. How are you been? I am sad. it's James is sad. So he's been hibernating. We were supposed to hang out with his dad's family. um, they had planned this huge thing this week here. They had rented an Airbnb. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's been happening. So none of that happened, of course. So he's been just sad. So we're kind of just laying low. We watched all of Loki, so season 2, and then he watched, I can't remember the name of it. It's a Star Wars mini series that he watched the entire season of last night. Oh yeah, is that's something I wanted to talk about today too. Is it is hard with the holidays, and specifically me. And hey, Linda, hi, hi, Linda P. Yeah, I figured some people would be up and around and doing things at noon on a Wednesday. Not, I didn't want to wait too late to go on, and I have a doctor's appointment I have to go to, so I won't even be on very long, probably about an hour, if I don't talk too much. But I wanted to show you guys because it's currently on sale, and I know a lot of people watch my lives on the replay, and so I wanted them show this really close up front so people didn't have to go through 3 hours, because I don't chop up my lives. My lives are my lives. They're not my individual videos. So while we only have a few people, 3 of us, I want to show this to you guys. And then I'll show it again a few more times. But this is my Kate Spade bag. Kate Spade, I have kind of like a love-hate relationship with them. I love them, and then I don't love them at the same time. So it's a complicated story. I bought Kate Spade when I didn't realize Kate Spade also made for outlet. This is way early on in my handbag journey when I didn't know that brands made things just for factory. Um, and so it's the first few Kate Spade items I ever purchased were from their Kate Spade Surprise, which is their Kate Spade outlet site, and then there's the Kate Spade New York site. So this is actually from the Kate Spade New York.com site, or whatever it's called, katespade.com. Anyway, this was my most expensive purchase on my trip to Disney, and it's currently on sale right now. If you go to katespade.com, this is the medium knot satchel because of the knot. Now, this is a chartreuse green. I know it comes across maybe not as chartreuse and green, more yellow, but it's actually green, navy, and white. I love a mixed material, a mixed color. So right now, this is on sale with their discount for Black Friday for $125. Now, when I bought this for $166. So this is the most expensive thing or single bag I purchased while I was in Disney. And I got this at Disney Springs. So it has a crossbody, and I liked this one zipper pocket up here because I like an open space. So I just throw things in here. I love the, so this is the medium satchel. They have a larger one. And they have, so Kate Spade makes 2 different bag styles I love. This is the knot satchel, and the other one is, I had a piece of foam in there still, and the other one is the Caddy, Katy. It's a top handle, very beautiful triangle trapezoidal bag. I love it. But I really like this one, and I'm just going to put it over here for looks and grins so people can see it as they come in, and I'll try to remember. And it comes with this really pretty silky dust bag. I like what it says too. It says, reuse me to help protect your precious things and the planet. So this is a nice quality. I don't really like satiny dust bags because when you put bags on the shelf like I do, they'll slip right off. And I've been hit in the head one too many times. But anyhow, I wanted to share that bag because it's currently on sale. Hello, all the Black Friday shoppers sales just dropped midday today. So Coach Outlet has a sale, but they've been having a sale. Coach.com just right now, it's 11 o'clock Central Time. They put a 25% off a lot of their regular priced items. And there is an item I really, really, really want. It's in my cart. I'm looking at it. I'm debating. I can't afford it, so it'd have to be like on some weird payment plan. But then I'm looking at all my payment plans. I'm like, I can't do this. It's a sterling silver bracelet. I love this bracelet. Coach has 2 or 3 actual sterling silver items, not plated, not costume, but sterling silver. And there's a bracelet there for it's normal price $350. It's in the men's collection. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I've put it on my wrist, but you see this one. This one is a hand forged, literally hand forged, not machine extruded, hand forged made bracelet that was made by the artisan, and it would be the same price as the Coach one. So I'm debating, do I spend that much money for something that's mass produced? Yeah, it's name brand, but so is this one. This is a name of the owner. So it's really hard. I'm having a hard time debating. And this one is a handmade bracelet from Native American tribe. I can't remember which one. And so this one was, these are all about the same price, these two bracelets. So I was thinking, do I add a third one for like $300 some odd dollars, and it's mass produced, even if it is brand named, even if it's like, I'll never get the same value out of it if I try to sell it. I know that it's jewelry, is it the way it works, right? There is some intrinsic value because of the material, and then there's some value because of the brand, but I'll never be able to sell these for what I bought them for. I know that. So I have to really love it. I don't buy things to resell things, but I have to really say, is that worth $300? Like my watch I bought, to me, that's worth $300. The bracelet, because I have so many bracelets, I don't know. I'm debating. So anyway, but truly hate. You truly hate Kate Spade? Really? Linda P? It's pretty classy style with a twist in the color. Yes. Oh, that one's pretty. I'm afraid to go to Macy's. I can't resist a good sale. I know, Linda P. Love my good silver jewelry. Yours is great. Yeah, I know. I'm very selective with my sterling because not all sterling is equal, but I don't think it's also not outrageously expensive, and it really shouldn't be, but it has become so because all precious metals have become so. To the point, I do wear a lot of, well, actually, what am I wearing? This is palladium, so it's not platinum, but it's part of that series of metals. But I do wear a lot of stainless steel necklaces because they're strongest. They're very strong. Coach silver tarnishes bad and quickly, faster than Tiffany. Ah, that's good to know, Birkin Boy. Thank you. No, I said, oh, love hate. Yes, love hate. Yes, I didn't read that right. I am dyslexic too, by the way. So a lot of times when I'm really tired, you can tell when I invert things a lot, and if I lisp more, which I tend to do right now because I just kind of woke up. But anyway, yeah, it's good to know about sterling. Sometimes sterling silver, it should tarnish, right? But sometimes they put a coating on it, and I hate that. And that coating will keep it from tarnishing, and I'd rather have the tarnish. My skin, because of the uric acid in my skin, I pretty much shine my metal as I wear it. I could put it on tarnished and it will clean itself, but that's not everybody, right? So my favorite sterling silver has always been James Avery, Native American. I have some, these are from the men's collection. I wear a lot of men's collection because my wrists are large. I have I like an 8-inch bracelet. So these are from Effie. This one's James Avery. This one's Pandora. And then this one is Effie. And I like the men's Effie chain. It was literally about to say no coating at all. Yeah. Yeah. So no coating at all is actually good, but some people's skin type reacts to metal and it tarnishes fast on them. Not me. I do have Tiffany jewelry and I've actually sold a lot of it because I was very angry at Tiffany. I'm emotional buyer, emotional seller, emotional everything. Emotion, emotion, emotion. Um, it's I bought their stuff before they became LVMH, and I do have a few pieces left, and I do love the few ones I kept, but I will probably never buy anymore. Tiffany anything. Um, I'm not happy that I love the history of Tiffany when they were an American company and the Tiffany company, but I'm not too thrilled about Tiffany now that they're owned by LVMH. And I know the deep dive. Birkin Boy, I have a Coach bracelet I brought. I I took it out, put it on, and it was tarnished within 3 days. Well, you see, a lot of their Coach bracelets until this current launch haven't actually been sterling silver. A lot of them were sterling silver plated or sterling or just regular costume alloy. So this was why I was so excited when they launched this a few months ago because it's actual sterling silver. They don't do that much of it. It's only in the men's collection. It's not in the women's collection. And so I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, and that's while I'm thinking about it. Coach and I, this is my rant. Oh yeah. So yeah, you did get the new one. Okay, did you get the cuff bracelet or the chain bracelet? Because it's that cuff bracelet that I want so bad with the stamping of the CCs, like a tag. I love it. It's beautiful. Um, my little pug, if you hear crinkly sounds, he is chewing on a baby Yoda dog toy. It makes me giggle because I watch Super Dacov and he plays with a baby Yoda, and my baby Yoda in my house is a dog toy. And but it's made for dogs. I mean, it literally is a dog toy made for dogs. It has crinkly, and they love it. They've been wrestling all day. I bought them a cute toy from the store, and they immediately ripped off the hat. I'm like, that hat was stitched on, and anyway, going back to Coach before I forget. I've never been a huge. Okay, let me rant with you with Coach, Linda, because I've never gotten. I've always bought things because I just like them. I like this, I like this, I like that, I love that. I've seen that for years. That's beautiful. And now I'm actually going into that deep dive of research and paying more attention. And this happened, and I've noticed it here and there. And then now it's really become smack me in the face, kind of, and I can't ignore it anymore. I'd love to see your chain bracelet, by the way, Birkin Boy. Send that a picture to my Instagram, please. I just like to look at it. If it's convenient. If it's not, don't worry about it. But so Coach, I've noticed they've done this a lot with their retail and outlet brands or up and down lines. And this is part of the Kate Spade saga too, because Kate Spade does the same thing. Michael Kors does the same things. I'm pretty sure now that all the conglomerates underneath Tapestry Holdings, which is what these our American luxury stores have become, Coach, Kate Spade, Michael Kors, and I'm missing somebody. I think Jimmy Choo is all under Tapestry, and I think also Liz Claiborne, and there's a bunch of American brands all under this umbrella. They do uplines and downlines, right? Oh yeah, I understand. Oh, you gave it away? Yeah, I get it. So there's an upline and a downline for these brands, and I've noticed that I've been following this bag that came out a year ago on the outlet. It is currently also on sale. It's a beautiful bag. It's called the Millie Satchel. It's coachoutlet.com. All right. And beautiful bag. Been following it. I actually have the shoulder bag version, but I didn't get the satchel, and I wanted the satchel. And it's now currently on sale at Coach Outlet on it's like 70% off plus 25% off. So it's like pretty big sale. But you have to understand with Coach Outlet, it gives you a price. It immediately launches at 50% off. So only at 70%, you're still only getting 20% off the listed price. So when we add another 25% off to 70% off, it's smoke and mirrors. It really just comes down to maybe a 30% discount if you do the numbers and the math. It's just math, guys. So it's not that scary, but you have to pay attention. It's smoke and mirrors when it comes to this. So you're thinking, I'm getting this for this much money. So if they're selling it to you already at a 50% off markup, right? Now take off another, let's say 60%, and you might get closer to the production value, closer to the production of that bag. So what am I upset about the Millie? Nothing. I love the Millie. But if you know, you know, Coach Retail Boutique several years ago came out with a bag called the Rider bag. And it's either spelled RIDER, RIDAR, or RYDAR, or ER. It's spelled so many different ways because we're human and it's English and we spell things wrong. So it's called Coach Rider. If you look it up, it's the same exact style as the Coach Millie. Now, the Coach Rider was outlet, different leather, different production line, different year. I think it came out about 10 years ago. And now they're coming out with the outlet Millie. And I've been noticing, like, when I showed you guys, this is the original OG Rowan before they named it the Rowan. This is from the retail when there was no outlet. And then when they made an outlet, this is the outlet version, right? Of the same bag, same version of the same bag. And so what I'm saying is what's bothering me is that everything they produce, either if you love it a lot in the retail boutique, it's probably a re-edition from something they've already done way back in the day. Because they put out so many collections. There's only so many ways you can make things hold things. I'm going to DM you about a bag I highly recommend, and I think you'll really love. Okay, sure. And so it's not that I'm upset, but I'm just annoyed that they split their lineup between either my outlet version bags, these are my retail version bags, but a lot of times they cross paths. So a lot of times something that was in their boutique in a year or two will show up in their outlet, not as the same item, but at the same version, maybe a couple tweaks, maybe a front pocket, same exact style, just in a new packaging with a new price tag. So I don't like having to do that much research I don't like having a bag that I think is cool and awesome and new, and then someone tell me, "Oh yeah, I had that bag 15 years ago." I'm like, "What? They made this 15 years ago?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, they made that bag 15 years ago, or 10 years ago, or something. Here, let me show you. I have the." And then you see it, and you're like, "It is the same bag. It's the same bag. Wait, what do you mean?" And then when they bought it 15 years ago, it might be 125, and when I bought it, it was 300, maybe 400 now at this point. So to me, it's like that's why I keep looking at vintage stuff, because I keep finding things I never saw or didn't really realize is actually a mirror to a new piece. So they're like, "This is our new launch bag." I'm like, "This is not new, guys. You've had that." It's kind of like they have the Coach Morgan baguette bag at the outlet is mirrored to the Coach Tabby at the boutique. When it's fine. If you know this, it's fine. It's cool. But it's really frustrating for me because when I went to the Coach outlet store, not outlet store, sorry, the Coach retail store in Disney Springs on my vacation, I talked to the Coach sales associates and they were very nice. The retail store is very pleasant. It's a smaller store. They have a great customization section, but it seems like every time I talk to a different sales associate, I get a different answer for things. So when I was in my San Antonio store, which is an hour away, they told me I could bring in any Coach bag and they can customize it as long as it was smooth leather. And then when I was at the retail store in Orlando, they told me, "Oh, no, we can't customize anything for you unless you buy it new, because if we make a mistake or something, we can't replace the bag you brought us." So I'm like, okay, that's contradiction number one. And then when I was talking to the sales associate in Disney Springs, they said, "We're launching a boutique only Coach times Disney collection in December. And then I found out yesterday through one of my Facebook groups that that collection isn't going to be online. It will only be at Disney Springs. And I'm thinking, I don't believe you. I think what that meant was it might only be launched early at that location, but I can't believe that Coach would produce anything for one location only. No, because the whole way Coach makes it affordable is the economy of scale. They have to produce this stuff in the thousands and thousands, because if not more than the thousands, because that's how they keep the prices down. Let's see, Linda P. Interesting tapestry umbrella. It becomes strictly a corporate money game. Oh yeah, absolutely. So like Kate Spade Boutique is different than Kate Spade outlet. I actually prefer much more of the outlet brands. The outlet brands tend to be more fun, more playful, and people say there's a quality difference, and there might be, but for me the difference isn't discernible enough for me to say it's worth the extra $200 or $300. Like if I had waited, I could have saved myself $50. But part of the fun was I bought this at Disney. I fell in love with it. I loved the color. I bought it. I don't have very many Kate Spade bags because I find it's hard to. The boutique side tends to be too conservative, and the outlet side can be a little too outlandish, and the prices are still really high. Like there's a bag right now at Kate Spade. It's a novelty bag. It's the elephant that they have at their .com. I love it, but it's $500. And yes, it's probably worth it. I mean, I think it's worth it. I just don't have $500. I mean, $500 is half a grand. $500 is more than my monthly utility bill. My utility bill is pretty high at $300 a month most of the time. So I'm just like, the bag or the electricity. So it's like when you're making those choices, it's kind of like I can't afford the bag. Coach customization is up to miniature store level according to what I was just told. Exactly, Birkin Boy. Everybody says something different. When I don't believe you comes into it, it's over for me. Exactly. That's what I feel more comfortable buying from the outlet versions of all of these brands, because then I know it's made for outlet. And then I understand the pricing policy. I understand that when it says manufacturer suggested retail price, that just means this is what we think it should be worth. This is what we're selling it to you for. We think it's worth $500. We're selling it to you for $250. And then I can look at it, okay, you're actually only $250, and if I can get you for 20% off, then you might be worth it to me. Honestly, there's a couple bags on the Coach outlet I would love to purchase right now if I had several $100s, and I don't. And I don't have space. I'm at the point where I have to get rid of something to keep something, and that is soul crushing. I do not sell anything lightly. I only sell things that don't work for me. Like Linda P., I gave you a bag. I had that bag maybe 4 or 5 years before I decided, okay, you need to find a new home. I'm not using you enough. And I hadn't touched it in maybe 3 years. So for me, I like to give when I get a bag, I either know immediately, okay, I'm not going to really use this bag. Or I love this bag, or I think I'll love this bag. And then I still give it a lot of time, So they were doing this collab videos like, I have every intention of using my bags. And I'm like, I say, if you use your bag one time a year, you have used your bag. So, yeah, if I have let that bag sit for more than 1 year, not touching it, then I have an issue. And then it has to go to multiple years before I get rid of something, because I think my taste change, my wardrobe change, my work environment changes. I've changed my office in the last 6 years 3 times because we've moved 3 times. Now I'm in my permanent location, so I have a better feel, but that's my new policy: 1 in, 1 out. Yeah, it's a hard choice. It makes it really hard to buy something if you have to think, what do I have to get rid of to keep this? How much do I love this? And I even bend my own rules. Oh, wrong Linda. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Linda. Okay, I have 2 Linda. Okay, Linda Passo, Linda P, and Linda S. It's Linda S that I gave the bag to. I am so sorry. I keep forgetting that because your names, I just look at the names. You were the English teacher. I apologize for all my poor grammar because it is very apparent. So I do know you. It's just that I get you all confused all the time. But so yeah, that's my rant for Coach, and I just wanted to let people know about the Kate Spade thing. And oh, and my update for my channel. And I thought about this, and I think I'm going to stick to it. I think in the month of December, I will only do lives, and I'll talk to you with lives, but I'm not going to do any pre-recorded videos. I'm going to be working on trying to get my collection videos together, and I still haven't figured out how to do that. Um, but it's I'm taking a break mainly because the holidays are rough for me. I didn't realize this until I started talking, because I haven't actually gone through a holiday season talking to people on YouTube, because I've only started this since I think March, May, March, April, January, February, March. Yeah, March, April, March. I haven't been here for a full year yet. So this is my first holiday, and I realize that my mood can affect other people's mood, and I don't want to take anybody else's joy from the holidays away. I do not enjoy the holidays, and I wanted to explain. I celebrate them. I love them. I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. I love all the holidays in between. I love the holidays I'm not associated with. Any reason to celebrate is a good reason, in my opinion. I think it's fun that people come together and they do things, but I don't decorate. And a lot of people, that is their joy. So I don't want to come up here and say, oh, yeah, no, I don't have a tree up. Oh, yeah, no, we're not cooking Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, no, we're not. I don't want to ruin that for people. I want people to do their traditions and enjoy them and not have to listen to me complain about how I don't do any of those things, because I don't. And mainly because my holidays growing up were so stressful. And as an adult, I really just think about my past holidays. All my family, almost all of my family, is no longer in life. I have some cousins, but my aunt, my father, my grandparents, all my grandparents, the only people I have left in life is my mom and some of my Thai cousins, but all of my American side of the family. My aunt's children are still alive, but we're all pretty much estranged. We don't talk to each other, and they're all everywhere. And they're in their 70s, right? And I'm 40, 42, 43, I can't remember. And so we don't get along. We don't get along, and we don't get together. And out of my aunt's 3 children, only 2 of them are in life. So it's very stressful. Yeah. So I'm part of the downer side of the holidays. I'm the I remember all the good times, and then you get kind of maudlin because you're like, oh, I remember that. And it's fun when I could talk to my twin sister, who she's making new memories because she has children. She has young children. These are important things. These are very important things. So I'm telling my sister, yes, you must decorate. Yes, you must have these events. Yes, we'll come visit you, but no, I'm not doing them myself. And we go and we support her and we support the kids. So we make sure we make it very fun for the children. Like Jennifer's brought all the craft things. They're going to be making ornaments for the tree. They've been doing it for like 10 years now. So those things are important to build memories with your children. I don't have children. I don't even have children around me, really. So like for me, Thanksgiving tomorrow is going to my friend's house. We're going to go hang out and watch football. Broken Boy, all my family has moved away from me, so I get it. I have a hard time decorating because it's like, why am I doing it for? Yeah, I know. Unless you intrinsically love it for yourself, I don't think it's fun when other people come to see it. It's fun when you take a photo of it. It's festive, but I'm not a stay-at-home person. I work. So the time I do have at home, I don't want to spend it cleaning, decorating, or hosting parties. We virtually at this point don't have anybody come over anymore. Making it fun for children is the point for me too. Yeah, because it's their memories we're building, right? It's their memories and events and those family gatherings. And if I could go to my cousins who recently moved to Texas, my one cousin by marriage, who is actually closest to me. Ironically, he was my aunt married his grandfather, um, which was my uncle, and he's my closest cousin because we were also the closest in age, and we spent most of our holidays together when we were young. And now he has 2 kids, maybe 3 kids. Maybe I can't remember how many kids he has. That's pretty bad. But he just recently moved back to Texas. But I don't want they're building memories with their new family, right? So I don't want visiting people on the holiday time is stressful again. So I prefer actually to visit everybody off holiday. I used to visit my grandmother on purpose, not on a holiday, because she was so stressed out about making sure everything was okay and everything was perfect. And when she wasn't bodily able to do the things she wanted to do, she it she had a hard time with that. And then slowly my aunt clued us in, and we took over all those duties. We made sure all the cooking was done. We made sure the beds were made and the linens were washed, and that they were all undone and redone before we left. So we didn't leave her house with a mess. We left her house as clean and spick and span as always. But we didn't know we had to do that till it changed, and we didn't know that until my aunt told me. So a lot of times, my grandmother would be in this extremely perked up mood because she wanted to be on her best for her son, because her son was her favorite, my father. But I always noticed, I said, when I visit grandmother not on a holiday, she's a totally different person. And my family's like, what? I'm like, yeah, when she's expecting to see dad, my father, her behavior changed. She was more stressed out. She cared about her appearance. She wanted things to be perfect. But when I would just go visit, because there was a time when I was in college, I was driving over every 6 weeks to visit her. And she lived in Beaumont, Texas, and I was living in San Antonio. It's a long drive, but I did it every 6 weeks because I could. I was in college and I had the time, and I was also my grandmother's favorite grandchild. So I loved visiting my grandmother. And even though she was a battle axe, not in the best way, but she was a battle axe, but we appreciate those people, right? She lived through the Depression. She was also a teacher. So I would go visit her, and she'd be a whole different grandmother. She's still stern, she's still strict, but she was relaxed and happier. And then when my dad would come, she was so worried about how my family perceived her. She was more stressed, and I could tell, but they couldn't tell because they'd only saw her on holidays, and I would see her all the time. So I made a point after that to go visit all the family off holiday. And I did that with my husband's family too. But his family, they're very, they were very holiday oriented, superly holiday oriented, that they didn't understand the visiting off holiday. So we didn't do that very much. And then his dad, we would go visit, but they're in Mississippi. We always had the worst time visiting at the wrong time. Like, it's like if you could give me the wrong time to visit somebody, I would win every time. It's like we would go at the most, and even though we planned it, and I said, Bob, why didn't you tell me this was a bad time? We would have picked a different weekend. We could have come at a different time. But they're, oh, no, you took all the time to come here. Don't come visit. I'm like, okay, yeah. Yes, I visit since for the holiday. And then, oh, how funny. My Italian grandmother was, yes, the battle axe. Because my grandmother was born in 1908. So she lived through some hard times. And they lived in they're farmers okay, my grandmother was an orphan too. So my grandmother and my great aunt, they were orphaned when my grandmother was 8 and my great aunt was 6 in Oklahoma. And they were raised by, I believe it was her mother's mother, which is grandmother Hennessy. So grandmother Hennessy didn't like my grandmother, who was Mildred, because Mildred looked like her father, and she blamed her son-in-law for the death of her daughter. They died in a railroading accident, and they both got life insurance because of it. So both girls were raised by their grandmother, but they were orphaned, and they got an inheritance from their parents' death. And with that inheritance, they went to college. So my grandmother did. My great aunt did not. My grandmother went to college, and she met my grandfather, who was from Oklahoma. He was one of 17 children from our family. So hard times, the Dust Bowl, the and then all the things that happened. As so they moved down to Texas. Long story, but she had gone to university. She had put him through university. Um, they were both teachers, and so during the Great Depression, they had jobs, steady jobs, but as state employees. But they were very conscious of the environment, and where they came from. So my family, my Irish American family, came from Ireland during the potato famine and during the Oklahoma land rush. And a year ago, I sold the last piece of property that we held on to from that. It was an industrial area, but it's fun to have that family history that I don't get to pass on to anybody because nobody's gonna care. But I guess I told you guys it's fun stories, right? Hey, Lynn. Lynn, I don't know. Lynn, okay, Starlight is my friend Lynn, and Lynn, James's father died last Saturday, and I know you're not on my Facebook, or you would have seen it. So yeah, we're kind of mopey in Sadville over here. We actually drove up to Mississippi and back in Friday night and came back on Sunday night. It was a marathon, and we didn't make it. And he did see his father in the funeral home, but it's rough. He's kind of in, now that the doing things have gone. We've rushed, we tried, we met, we've seen his stepmother, and saw the body, and we said goodbye. Now we're home. Now the crash. Now it's the crash. Now it's like, and plus we were supposed to see him. So yeah, it's rough. So maybe so he's kind of moping. He's not really up to seeing anybody or doing anything, and I don't blame him. Yep, that's why Facebook can lie to you. So on Facebook, it looked like a happy family trip. On Facebook, it looked like, oh, look, they're going to Mississippi. Mike's with James. It's brother time. Oh, look, they're having pizza. No, it was make do of the best situation, and I didn't want to bring anybody else down. And even as it is, James's uncle, which is the eldest child, found me on Facebook and messaged me. I'm like, James, what do I do? What do I do? How do his side of the family, we don't talk to. Like, his father was it, because he's related to the Dalton gang, which is a famous Western gang that was known for their bank robbers, and some of the family history hasn't changed too much. Just change bank robbing to other crime. So we don't talk to some of the uncles, like, okay, any of them. And they don't know that. They just, so we only talk to the one aunt. Yeah, it's rough. I mean, so anyway, we're talking family history time, because it's, tis the season to share, I guess. To be honest, don't put that on the internet. Oh, well, it's already on the internet. This is a live. Oh, but I didn't put down that his it's okay. His family doesn't actually know where we are. None of them do, at all, because we haven't talked to them. It was they weren't even invited to our wedding. That's how far back this goes. So it's not really it's not a secret, guys. It really isn't. It's just that because of Bob's death, more of the family have been looking for me. Banjo playing, music playing in the background. That's how I felt driving through part of Mississippi. I'm sorry. Part of actually the part that was kind of scary. Hey, Cammie. I'm off this whole week. Otherwise, I'd been working right now. Yeah, me too. Normally, well, no, today we had the day off because of the holidays, so I'm here. Hello. I wanted to show you guys this bag, Cammie. This is a Kate Spade bag, currently on sale at the Kate Spade outlet, or not outlet, sorry, katespade.com. And this is the bag I bought in Disney. That was my most expensive purchase. It was my single most expensive bag, and now it's even cheaper. I should have waited. But you know what? I wouldn't have known. I saw it in the store. I fell in love. I had to get it. I love mixed materials. I love satchels. I like um, the colorway. It's really the colorway that did it for me. It's called the Knot. And I have a love-hate relationship with Kate Spade. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Anybody having turkey or not turkey? We're not doing turkey. I actually do have a ham though. We eat ham pretty regularly. We're ham people. We like James's family when they were kids raised pigs, so they grew up eating a lot of pork. Pork is their probably favorite meat. Oh, turkey for you. Yay. My sister is actually cooking, Lynn. She's actually making Thanksgiving dinner, but she decided to do the turkey, I think just the turkey breast because nobody else likes the dark meat but her. No turkey, lasagna, and chicken. Yes, lasagna is the best. So Wendy's having lasagna too. Cooking turkey right now. I like turkey. We've had lots of turkey. My husband doesn't like turkey. I like turkey. I love turkey. I like gamey food. I like lamb. I like turkey. I like, I guess, meat with flavor. The dark meat is the best. I know. That's my favorite part too. But her kids and Andy only like the white meat. And I think the white meat is the most boring. My favorite thing to do with turkey, by the way, is to make turkey soup the next day. I make a turkey and rice vegetable soup. And that's always been my favorite. Spam would be there, but I'm not sure it is me. I have spam in my... It's spam. They make tinned ham all the time. It's just, you don't want to know how it's made. Just enjoy that you like it. The dogs are wrestling around. They've been very helpful. Lynn, we took the dogs with us to Mississippi. I could tell you one thing. My Great Dane does not like car rides. Very stressed out. If we ever have to do a car ride like that again, I'm going to have to talk to the vet about getting something to calm him down because he was no bueno. I mean, he did fine after he knew that we weren't abandoning him. And we've taken him on several 4-hour drives, but never like this. Yeah, he had Watson, by the way, the pug, had a blast. He slept on top of everybody. He thought he was the best. When we went to go visit my Aunt Anne, it was hilarious because he kept trying to eat acorns. And the acorns were bitter. So he'd crunch on them and then throw them out. And then he did it like 5 times. Like he kept thinking, well, maybe this acorn will taste different. Like, no, Watson, it's still going to be bitter. Chicken lasagna. I love lasagna, but I like making my lasagna. And no, don't come for me, Italians, with not ricotta cheese, but with cottage cheese. I like the texture of the cottage cheese more than the ricotta. I know. Don't come for me. But I always made it with the cottage cheese, and it's a milder cheese than and it really comes down to texture. But lasagna's lasagna. It's awesome anyway. But I don't make it very much because it costs more to make than it is for me to go buy it. For science, of course. I haven't my Thai mother doesn't quite forgive me when it comes to me. So many times I'll be like, James, like, can you make this dish? I'm like, yeah, but I don't have this ingredient and that ingredient, and this doesn't go with that. And he goes, you could do it with those ingredients. I'm like, well, yes, but it wouldn't be the same. He goes, but it'd be like the dish. I'm like, well, yeah, do it. I'm like, okay. Because my mother's like, I can't make that dish. I don't have this XYZ. So I took on that same thing. Like, I can't make that. I don't have XYZ. And now it's like, I live in a land that does not have the ingredients I need. So I'm just going to make do. And does it taste exactly like the way my mother would make it? Does it taste kind of like it? Does James love it? Yes. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, story of our country. Yes, I am Americanizing my cultural foods. Yes, I am. Because I can't get the cultural ingredients. Like there's a dish that is a Thai dish called lab, and it's made well, I grew up eating it with ground pork, but in America we use ground beef more because it's easier to find, to be honest. But ground pork, and it's really just seasoned with lime. You cook it in such a way that it has to have a higher fat content, which is why pork is better. And then you put in lime. I put in ground chilies, dried ground chilies. My mom puts fresh chilies. And then we use fish sauce. And those are the main three things in there. But to make it really good traditionally, you have to put mint leaves. And oftentimes, I don't have mint because mint is very seasonal. So I'll make it without mint. And it's lime, fish sauce, and chili, and MSG because monosodium glutamate, which is a derivative from seaweed, adds that flavor. And sometimes you can add peanuts in it, and you can eat it as a lettuce wrap, right? It's a really popular Thai dish. But my mom will not, and onions, put onions, will not eat it if you don't. Onions, cilantro, spring onions, cilantro, and mint are the greens in there. And my mother will not make it if she doesn't have the mint. She goes, it won't be the same. It won't taste as good. I've made it without onions. I've just made it with just the beef because sometimes that's all I got was just the beef. We didn't even have like cilantro, which we have cilantro everywhere. So anyway, bye Linda P. Thank you for hanging out. So we were just so James, I'll cook Thai fusion dishes, I guess, because they're not really Thai anymore. Jackie's kitchen attack. I don't know. I haven't cooked in like a week, guys. I really, we had pizza yesterday. Oh, Milo story. So I had one piece of pizza was left on the pizza box, and I moved the tray thing over. We were watching some TV shows, and I went to go wash dishes, and I moved it away so the pug wouldn't get the one piece of pizza. The pug wasn't the problem. It was the Great Dane. The Great Dane went chomp, and I looked over, and I'm like, I see what you did. But I didn't scold him. He can reach the tray. He can eat the pizza. It was unattended. I only have myself to blame. Nothing on that pizza was harmful to dogs. So I should have just taken the pizza with me and put it in the kitchen while I was cleaning dishes. But when I came back and I saw that it was missing, I looked at the big dog, and he looked at me, and he was like, I'm like, yeah, I see you. But it's fine. Anyhow, I think that's all I had listed was talking about my Coach rant, my Kate Spade. There was something else. Oh, I can't decide if I want that Coach bracelet or not, but now I don't know. I had one of my cats ate part of my salad one time. Lynn, our dogs fight over lettuce. I mean, they don't really fight, but if you take any lettuce anywhere, and in my kitchen, they will glom around you. And they're like, oh, lettuce? They love lettuce. My dogs are strange. Very strange. So we've been traveling way too much, more than I wanted. And today I have a doctor's appointment in about an hour or so. So I just wanted to come in here and do a quick video, which is now an hour, and let y'all know that the month of December I will not be having daily videos, but I'm not gone anywhere. I'm going to be doing lives probably 3 times a week in the evening because I do work, so they will be nighttime lives. But a lot of people catch my videos on the replay anyway. Hello, Atina. Oh yeah, you're from Florida. Yes, we were just talking about Florida. Has it stopped raining over there yet? Because my friend was there. She goes, it rained for like a solid week, it felt like. We are not going back to Florida until next September. Far, far, far away. I really like Florida. Of course, we've gone in July and we've gone in October. So I don't know what it's like the rest of the year. But anyway, that's just me jabbering on. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes, and I think that's it. I think I've ran out of my talking points, and I may or may not be back on tonight. I don't know. I'm probably kind of not. I have other things I need to do today, but for the most part, it's just been inundated with sales. I mean, my phone has been blowing up with sales, and it's been a little. I'm not even going to stores, guys. Stores. I mean, all I have to say is based on the advertising I've been getting, sales must be down. Because they are really pushing sales more than normal, more than last year anyway. Or maybe it's just more platforms telling me so. Hey, Andrea B. I'm just about to get off. I've been on, 50 minutes. Maybe I'll stay on for another 10, make it a nice, even 60 minutes. You shouldn't pay me money to go to a store on. Yeah, you can't. You could. No. Not Black Friday, no. So Friday, I'm actually supposed to meet a friend. She's visiting from Virginia, but we're kind of sad and gloomy. I don't want to rain on people's parades. She's here because one of our high school friends got married, so she's here for a fun event. I don't want to, dampen the spirits. So I'm gonna let people be merry and have fun and visit, and just move on. I'm not gonna look at it store on Friday. I actually feel bad for people working retail this Friday. Berkeley, we went shopping yesterday and it was very slow. Really? Yeah, I think the market is just super slow, or people are just buying everything online. But I don't know, because they were saying, I looked at an article today that said that the cost of your Thanksgiving meal actually went down this year versus last year. Now, I don't know what numbers these people are looking at, because I can tell you she said the turkey market tanked. So the turkey has gone down, but the turkey might have gone down, but everything else has gone up. So I don't know if the equaling out equals. But I like, man, you know what? That reminds me, I probably need to go to the grocery store. Going to the grocery store today might be a mistake. You know what? We have a brand new local Mercado. I'll go to that one. Maybe that one will be better, because the big grocery store, I think, might be stress. But we have no food in my house. I mean, I have ham. I guess we could live off ham. I made stuff to make a potato soup, and I haven't made it yet. And I guess I could just do that today after we get back from the doctor's appointment. So I have a doctor's appointment. My mother-in-law has a doctor's appointment. Yeah, food prices are crazy. We are taking my parents to our local casino. It's all you can eat buffet. Oh my goodness. Oh, that sounds awesome. But I'm sure that local casino buffet is still about $35 to $50 per person. I would imagine, especially prime rib buffet, that's not going to be inexpensive. Hey, Bergen Boy, thank you for hanging out with me. I always enjoy talking to you. One of these days, you're going to tell me what bags you're looking at. I understand if you're not buying Hermes bags, but if you love bags, you love bags, right? Happy Thanksgiving to all, blessings. That medium size is perfect. 49.9 pesos, but no cleanup. $50 per person. Yes. Per person. I've read pesos. Yeah. Yes, that's perfect. $50 a person, and nobody has to clean anything, and nobody's arguing, and you can get exactly what you want to eat. Because that's the other thing about cooking Thanksgiving meals is there's a lot of texture issues. Holiday foods, people don't like them all. Oh, Lynn, thank you. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it. It's kind of fun to see those numbers, though. I have noticed more and more about my AdSense or whatever, but man, the ads are aggressive right now. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of turkey, so it's a win. Yeah, a lot of people don't like turkey. Well, I'd feed you more often, but we live so far apart now. Lynn and we've been friends for 10 years, and he used to come over and eat dinner at our house all the time, and we'd play board games, and we haven't done that in a long time. We definitely need to do that again. We keep saying that, and we don't do it. We didn't even play board games when we were in Florida. James did a couple, but you are an old and grumpy. Yeah, I know. I'm old and grumpy now. I'm not young and, oh yeah, sure, come on over. Yeah. I call chronic pain. But honestly, you knew me right after my car accident, so you've only known me in the grumpy phase of my life, guys. I live with chronic back pain right now as a flare up. It makes it really hard. Driving that distance with a spinal issue is not fun, and I pretty much spent all day yesterday in bed. If not in bed, I mean, to get out of bed, it was 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, and I'm only in my 40s, so I know it won't get better. So I'm just trying to keep going on, and this is why I have a monthly doctor's appointment with my monthly doctor. Anyhow. I'm okay now. I'm just gonna get off. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. Thank you, Brooklyn Boy. Thank you for just showing up and talking. And I'll catch you later, or later tonight, if you're all at Super Jacobs Live, because that's where I'll be. Hopefully, he goes live. It's hard to tell. He travels a lot, and talk to you later.